Welcome to Finance Secrets. Have you ever wondered why you always end up spending more money than you originally planned to? Imagine you are standing in line at the cinema, surrounded by the delicious smell of fresh buttered popcorn popping nearby. You feel hungry and decide to treat yourself. You look up at the bright menu board to check the prices. You see two options available: a small bag for $3 and a large bucket for $7. You hesitate. Your logical brain tells you that $7 is a bit steep for corn. You decide to stick with the small. But wait, the cashier points out a third option you missed. A medium-sized popcorn is available for $6.50. Suddenly, your brain starts calculating rapidly. The medium is $6.50, but the large is only 50 cents more expensive. You think to yourself, why would I buy the medium when for just 50 cents more I get the huge bucket? Congratulations, you have just walked right into a psychological trap. You bought the expensive item thinking it was a deal. That medium popcorn was never meant to be sold. Its only purpose was to make the large one look attractive. This is called the Decoy Effect. It is a powerful strategy used to manipulate your choices without you realizing it. Today, we will decode why your brain is lazy and how companies use this weakness to empty your bank account. In theory, we like to think we are smart shoppers, but in reality, our brains are incredibly lazy and cognitive. The human brain is terrible at valuing things in isolation. We need context and comparison to understand what something is worth. Let me explain this like you are 5 years old. Imagine your brain is a simple monkey looking for a snack. If I give the monkey 2 bananas, one slightly rotten and one fresh, the choice becomes instantly obvious and easy. The monkey chooses the fresh one because it looks better by direct comparison. This is exactly how the decoy works. Let us fast forward to the real world of 2026. Look at how streaming services like Netflix structure their pricing plans. First, you have the basic plan with ads for roughly $8. It's cheap, but nobody wants to watch ads. Then you see the standard plan for $18. It removes ads, but the price jump seems quite significant to you. Finally, the premium 4K plan appears at $25. It offers the best quality and allows multiple screens at once. The standard plan is the decoy. It makes you think, if I'm paying $18, I might as well pay $25. We see this same tactic with Apple. Let us look at the projected lineup for the iPhone 17 in 2026. The base 128GB model often lacks key professional video features, making it feel incomplete for a high-end device. The 256GB version is only $100 more. It becomes the obvious choice for almost every single buyer. Apple knows you'll likely skip the base model. The base model exists to validate the price of the higher tier. Professor Dan Ariely conducted a famous experiment with the Economist magazine that perfectly illustrates how this psychological trick works. He showed students 2 options first: online for $59 and print for $125. Without a decoy, most students chose the cheaper online option. The print version seemed overpriced and unnecessary to them. Then he added a third option: print plus online for $125, the same price as print only. The print-only option became the ugly decoy. It offered less value than the combo, but cost exactly the same amount. The result was shocking. 84% of students switched to the most expensive option because it now looked like a free gift.
Let us look at another classic case from Williams-Sonoma. They were trying to sell a home bread maker machine. They introduced a machine for $275. Nobody bought it because they had no reference for the price. Instead of lowering the price, they added a bigger, better machine next to it for $429. Suddenly, the first machine didn't look expensive anymore. It looked like a reasonable bargain compared to the monster next to it. Sales for the cheaper machines skyrocketed. The expensive machine was just a decoy to make the original price feel acceptable. Why does this work so well on us? There are 4 psychological knots that tighten when we face these choices. First is relative comparison. We do not know the absolute value of things, so we judge them by what is nearby. We don't know if $7 is fair for coffee, but we know it is better than $6.50 for less. Second is extremeness aversion. We are scared to buy the cheapest item to avoid poor quality and scared of the most expensive. The decoy pushes the target product into the middle ground, making it feel like the safe and smart compromise for us. Third, it breaks our rationality. Logically, adding a bad option shouldn't change your preference for the good options, but it does. The bad option acts as a lever. It physically lifts the perceived value of the product the company actually wants to sell. Fourth is the fear of being foolish. The decoy gives you a fake sense of winning, making you feel like a genius. You tell yourself you beat the system by getting double the popcorn for pennies while the theater counts your extra dollars. Let us take a walk through the market of 2026. You will see that decoys are hiding in plain sight everywhere. Look at software services like Zoom or Dropbox. They always have 3 columns with the middle one labeled Most Popular. That label is a visual anchor. It tells your brain that this is where everyone else goes, so it must be safe. Airlines are masters of this. Basic economy is miserable. No bags, no seat choice. It is designed to be painful. This makes the flexible economy class look like great value, even though it is 30% more expensive than the base fare. At Starbucks, look at the prices. Tall is $4.95, Grande is $5.65, Venti is $6.25. The price gap between medium and large is tiny. They're practically begging you to upgrade to the largest size available. So what do businesses gain from this? The numbers do not lie. This strategy is a gold mine for increasing revenue. Proper use of the decoy effect can increase the average revenue per user by anywhere from 10 to 40%. It also helps clear inventory for premium products that would otherwise sit on shelves gathering dust for months or years. Most importantly, the customer leaves happy. They do not feel cheated, they feel like they just scored a great deal. So, how do you become the monkey in this experiment? How do you stop your brain from being tricked? Use the 2-choice window rule. Physically cover the middle option. Without the decoy to bridge the gap, the expensive option usually reveals its true nature as an overpriced luxury item. Calculate the unit price. Divide the cost by the amount. Sometimes the bulk deal is wasteful if you don't use it. Set a strict budget before you enter the store. Tell yourself, I'm spending $5 on a drink, and stick to it. Don't buy for the bargain, buy for the need. 2 terabytes is cheap, but if you only use 50 gigs, it's a waste. The decoy effect is an art form. Used correctly, it highlights value. Used poorly, it becomes a dark pattern that hurts trust. Next time you see a pricing table with a weird middle option, pause for 3 seconds, smile, and say hello to the decoy. Do you want me to analyze the pricing strategy of any specific brand? Leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you for watching Finance Secrets. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the hidden world of money. See you soon.